Putin is escalating his war against Ukraine. He has been weaponizing food and hunger. And Putin now has decided to weaponize the winter, throwing the Ukrainian people into the cold and darkness. He sends rockets to destroy Ukrainian power plants, to disrupt electricity, heating, and water supplies for millions of civilians across Ukraine. He wants to freeze the Ukrainian people. These attacks are barbaric, inhumane, unacceptable. They constitute outright war crimes. Here at the European Union, we have been saying all along that we would respond to Putin's escalation in his brutal war against Ukrainian people. And this is why we are responding today, putting forward the 9th package of sanctions against those who are instrumental in the continuation of this brutal war. As the President of the Commission has announced, we are proposing to take by the Council measures to restrict Russia's capacity to finance and continue this brutal war, tackling the banking sector, their access to dual-use technology, as well as targeting the mining sector. From my side, I am further presenting the Council a list of additional almost 200 individuals and entities to be sanctioned by the European Union. This includes those responsible for military activities, for propaganda and disinformation, for looting of Ukrainian grain, and for inhumane illegal deportations and kidnappings of Ukrainian children to Russia and the subsequent illegal adoptions. We will be again hitting hard at the Russian military and defense sector, at the Russian armed forces and to the organizations related to them, to the companies producing military equipment, or to those who are planning the missile strikes that are targeting civilian and civilian infrastructure in gross violation of international law. All this happens under the watch and direct command of political elites. They are responsible. And that's why I am also proposing to extend our sanctions on members of the Russian government, the Duma, and the Federation Council. I am proposing to member states also to sanction the so-called judges, the ones who, instead of upholding the rule of law, are providing fake legitimacy to the Russian rulers and their illegal decisions. And we are imposing restrictive measures on new outlets, on persons and organizations who are attacking the public space with disinformation and malicious narrative, trying to deflect Russia's blame and poisoning people's minds. And that's a good occasion to recall that our sanctions, the previous one and the new ones, are not targeting food and fertilizers. Food and fertilizers are sanction-free from the European Union. It's important to remind that in order for everybody to understand who is to be blamed by the food and insecurity crisis. These proposals and the 9th sanctions package are yet another very tangible proof of our determination to act in support of Ukraine, increasing pressure on Russia as much as we can and for as long as needed.